Right, good morning, it's John from Multi-Co. We're back over at the Red Cow today, just finishing off a few little bits of the final testing of the project we've been on for the past few weeks. Give you a quick tour around what we're doing, so you can see a few things. Right, and so we've completely rewired the place. We've had a few challenges to overcome. We've had to run all the cables through for upstairs and through the loft access on the other side of this room here, where's the roof void, to get all our cables in, because we've had a few issues with that ceiling actually being the floorboards right above. There's not actually a void between the two, there's literally just floorboards on top of that ceiling, so we've had to get creative and run all our cables through here. It's been a bit of a pain because we have to do an extra long run for everything, but I think it's turned out quite well. We've got handmade light fins up there that we've installed. Everything's controlled separately on the click mode dimmers, which is really nice. Some more handmade lights up there for the spots and behind the bar. So we're just finishing off today doing a little bit of testing. We've managed to get a little board tucked away behind here, which we've used for all the bar sockets, and then we've ran new circuits for everything, including the audio, the sound system, what we've installed, along with all the emergency lighting circuits as well. But I think it's turned out quite well. We'll give you a little tour around and show you a few clips of what we've been getting up to over the past couple of weeks. Got created them a few of the light fittings because we wasn't sure what height to put them at, because there's going to be a few tables underneath here, but to make it interesting with the cabling, we've used some metal cable ties on the actual cable drops, so it's easy to move up and down if you need to adjust it, but also gives it a little bit of a quirk on the actual light fittings as well. And again, we've done a similar thing here on this one. There's going to be an armchair situated just below here, which should work out perfectly, and then a similar thing up here. We've used some metal hook plates just tucked away on the beam. Again, we couldn't drill into the ceiling, so we've had to mount everything on the side of the beams. And I think we've hidden everything quite well, considering the challenge we're up against. The most important thing this morning, I'm going to fit some background music, speakers, some nice GBL control ones in white, which are pretty funky. And we've got a Adstra Bluetooth amplifier with just 2-zone control on this one. We normally would put a 4-zone in, but we're struggling to get hold of a few parts and materials. I still think this is going to be pretty cool. We can mount these either way, but we're going to mount these horizontally. We've got a little ball on the back, a little retaining ring. Let's give it a good tighten up. There's a little screw adapter. The cool thing about these is you can adjust them, and you've always got like a little turnaround on the old logo to get the branding in. The JBL control ones. All right, Cam, let's get the thing to tighten it up. You can move around a little bit. You can like give it a bit of, a bit of energy.
Someone's had their cornflakes this morning. Oh, John, we need to hire someone professional.
We do, don't we?
It's all B-roll.
It's all B-roll.
It's all B-roll.
Right, sorted it out. There's just a little nut at the back of there that needed tightening up to hold it in place, but I think that looks pretty damn sexy, that.
Can't use the word, John. What if children are watching?
Sexy.
Can't use those two words in the same sentence.
Right, let's get this amplifier in. So we've got some binding posts at the back. We're going to run that in here. That's going to sit nicely underneath that till drawer. We've got all our speaker cables here ready to go, marked up. That's the 2 Ethernet ports for the till and the PDQ, and then we've got a spare telephone line there that needs to be terminated, but hopefully that should work out quite well. Just fits, we'll give it a bit of a measure, but that 19-inch rack mount fits perfectly underneath that till drawer. So yeah, we'll give it a go, do a time lapse and see what it looks like. Right then, we've got the new JBL speakers up installed now for the background music. Quite powerful little units, I think about 120 watts, something like that. Cool thing about these, you can spin the badge around to line them up. We've got 6 in total, all on a separate zoner, so you can turn them all up individually and have different sources. Right, we've got one light up then. Let's get this other one up. Nice little black pendant. All right, onto the second one. What's Cam doing?
Counting emergency lights.
Well done, Cam. How many you got so far?
17.
Oh dear. Cam's filling out the emergency lighting logbook. He's labelling up all the emergency lights at the minute.
I don't know if I've done that one. I will come back to that.
Right then, we've got a few more bits to get up today. Just finishing off, we're in the pantry area. We've got like the staff area. We're going to have to install a couple of these electric heaters. We're going to give these a go. They're supposed to be really energy efficient. There's a few extra features you can get on them, like control from your phone, etc. But these are literally just going to be for a new staff toilet in here. Woody dropped some metal conduit in. Decorator's going to be doing a bit of filling up there. But other than that, we're all ready to go. So we're going to get this little heater in here. Also, we're going to drop a second one in this area, which is here ready. Again, we've already done all our metal conduit ready. Right, and over here we've got the new board. Armour cable and Capex coming in. Decorators have painted over that, which is nice of them. So now it looks a bit messy, but there's not a lot we can do about that. We've got the new hager board in here, RCBOs all labelled up ready to go. We've also got conduit drop down all into the boiler, white plastic here, and then we've got the terminations for the boiler all inside here for all the valves for each independent zone. We've got 2 boilers that are linked together because these are off the same supply. We've got a point of isolation here, but if anyone's doing maintenance on the boiler, you can turn that one off individually. So yeah, we're going to get cracking, get these heaters installed. So here we go. Well, then we're just finishing label up the main board here. We put a new 3-phase Hager board in. We've got 100 milliamp RCD. Then to protect all the cables as a backup, because we've got an overhead TT supply. Each individual circuit has got its own 30 milliamp RCBO. Except we've got some MCBs here which are feeding the subboards. Hence why we've put the 100 milliamp main RCD on, just so the cables have got some protection from here through to the other existing boards. And then each board then has also got its 30 milliamp protection for each individual circuit. Cameras have come out really well. We've used colour view cameras outside, between 4 and 6 megapixels, which look, as you can see, crystal clear, really clear. At night time as well, it's really come out really well. Again, on the outside we've got full coverage of the car park, and then we've got the entrance as well, around the edges and around the sides, and we've got a few spare ways here left to add in, and we've tied it all up inside the comms cab. We've also put the access points in as well. We've got 4 across the actual property. We've got 2 downstairs in the bar, 1 in the comms cab, and then another 1 upstairs in the accommodation, which is pretty cool. The other thing I want to talk about is we've been using these hikvision alarm systems recently. We've swapped over to them from the previous ones we were using from Pyronics, but they're definitely a much easier system to install, and it all integrates into the same app as the hikvision CCTV, so it's really cool. So you can link your cameras to the alarm, so if something goes off with a sensor, it pops up on the camera at the same time, so that's quite cool. Right then, we're just going to finish doing our final test on this board. Cam's getting a bit shy today. Monday morning, picking something up, messing about as normal, but we're going to get cracking with this. Final ZS is on the board. We'll just go for our RCD test again on this Hager board. So Should be test out alright. We're doing the R1s and R2s, we're just confirming the ZS's. We've got a nice bit of cardboard up there showing us what our circuits were. Right, there we go, NIC approved contract sticker on there for the test date we've installed. Put one of our multi-co stickers on, it's a nice little touch. We've got a number on there straight away, so if we get any issues with any of the tenants, or any problems we're tripping off, they can come straight through to us. We can speak to them and resolve the issue as soon as possible. So we just try and look after people that way, make life for our customers easier and our life easier as well, because it's less phone calls and less hassle. We can get straight to the problem. So yeah, we'll carry on. We'll have a little look outside, what we've done with the exterior of the building, lighting wise, where we put the cellar cooler, all that sort of stuff, and some placements of the cameras as well. Show you how nice they've gone in. So yeah, we'll cut back to that and we'll catch up in a sec. Right then, we've put a new fuseboard in for the cellar, rewired it on an FP. We have a brand new cellar cooler gone in there, J&E Hall, all set up, commissioned by ourselves. That runs out through to the outdoor unit. And we've gone in and installed set double sockets pretty much all the way around. Just making sure you've got enough sockets for the servicing the equipment, for the beer pumps, etc. All brand new lighting, using Lumino non-corrosive 6-foot singles fittings. Installed a new cellar cooler, like we said, downstairs. This is the outdoor unit. We installed this a little while ago now, so it's all ready to go. All ready to keep the beers cool. We're literally just on the last finishing straight. A little bit of snagging we've been doing, so testing's finished as well. Used hikvision IP cameras up there, colour views for outside. We've got 4mm lenses on, covering the front entrance, and also just at the side there where the main door is. Carried on the colour views with the hikvision. So we used turrets this time. We've also installed some of the LED vents, Osram floodlights. These are the 90-watt versions. This is the car park area. It's a nice big area. Works really well at night, especially with the colour view cameras. It really enhances the image. And then we've got another one here just on a PIR, just for when the chefs come around the side and the kitchen. We've had to swap out the 50-watt LED Vance version for these little 10 watts to light up the building, because we just want more of a wash. The other ones were nice and bright and just giving a nice even wash in there, but the trouble was just a bit dazzling as you walk out from the entrance. So we swapped them, and we had a look this morning when we was here at about 7 o'clock when it was still dark, and we swapped these and put them on in it, and they give just the right amount of light output without being overpowering. So these were about 1,100 lumens, where the 50s are 5,500 lumens. So there's a big difference in brightness, but I mean they're really nice. The only thing is they're so diddy and tiny compared to the size of the whistle box, but they do look quite neat, really subtle, but I think they work quite well.